So let's make cookies using the creaming method. So in the bowl, I have my butter, and the butter's soft. And to that, I'm going to add my sugars, brown sugar and regular sugar. And I'm going to put it on the machine with the paddle attachment. Start it. And I'm going to go on speed 1, because you don't want to whip a lot of air into your mixture. What I'm looking for is this to become a smooth paste. So the first step in the creaming method is to cream, very important word, the butters and sugars together to a paste. If you want a fluffier cookie, you can go on a higher speed, but you don't need to put so much air into the mixture. The utensil we use is the paddle. If you use a hook, that's no good. If you use a whisk, that would be a disaster. Please never put your hand inside a moving mixer as well, even for a second. An important part about the creaming method is that you must scrape. Scrape the bowl and scrape everything. To do that, for a small bowl like this, I'm going to use the spatula. But if I was doing into a 20-quart bowl or even larger, I would use this so you can get down in there. You have to get your hand down in the mixture. Don't be afraid about getting your hands dirty. So scrape that off there. Now I'm going to scrape down the bowls. Just make sure all those ingredients are all nicely incorporated. Okay. I'll get that back on the mixer. That's my thing. Oops, spin it around. And let me go again. Maybe. Oh, there we go. And again, we're looking for a smooth paste. Your mixture might start to take on a lighter appearance. That is, in the mixing process with the paddle, you will incorporate air into it. So just a little bit of color is not bad to make it a little bit lighter in color. Now I'm pretty good with my smooth paste. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to scrape it again, because remember, scraping is very, very important. More scrape. The next step of the creaming method is to add the eggs and liquids, slowly, which means one at a time or at least in 3 or 4 additions. A larger recipe, you wouldn't do one at a time. You would do a portion of it. So I'm going to go ahead and add my first egg. There it goes. You want to get that all the way incorporated before you add your next one. Just about there. I'm going to add my second one now. Just a minute. Before I add the third one, I'm going to scrape again. If, when you're adding your eggs, you add them too quickly and it looks like the mixture becomes broken and it's not a smooth paste anymore, it's not the end of the world. When you add the flour, that will all come together again. Give it another scrape. I'll add the last egg. And with the last egg, the rest of the vanilla is in there as well. I'm waiting for it to get all mixed in, and I will do one more scrape because scraping is very important. Scraping the bowl down. Make sure when you scrape, you want to get, there's a little dimple in the bottom there. You see where the bowl kind of comes up. If you don't get down into that, you'll have a little bit of pocket of butter. If you don't mix your cookies appropriately, it will show when you bake them. If you ever had a cookie that just has a little, it's a beautiful cookie, and then on the side it kind of has like a dam burst that comes out, that's a pocket of fat that was not totally mixed in. So that shows you did not scrape the bowl properly. Very naughty to do that. Let this go just for another few seconds, and then we can start then we'll add the dry ingredients. In this bowl we have the flour, the salt, and the baking soda. I'm just going to kind of mix them together. I'm ready to put this down now. And to this I'm going to add the flour. As a review, the creaming method is you cream the butter and sugars to a paste, add the eggs and liquids slowly, scrape, and add the flour at once. We're not making hollandaise, we don't need to drizzle stuff in. We're going to add it all at the same time. Now I have the chocolate chips. I'm going to add those just in another couple seconds. I want to get the dry ingredients kind of mixed through before we add the chocolate chips to it. Okay, the flour is not all the way mixed in, as you can see, but now I'm going to add the chocolate chips. So by the time we get this all mixed in, the cookie dough will not be overmixed. When you're making bread, you want to mix it to build up the gluten. When we're making dessert things like cookies and cakes, we do things that are going to reduce the gluten process. Start again. Give it a quick scrape, and we should be done. If I get the thing off the machine. Again, getting down in that little dimple in case there's little bits of that dough that hasn't had the flour mixed into it yet. Just a turn or two more just to get it mixed in. So there we have chocolate chip cookie dough.